no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 31, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, You just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Ross on the return. There he goes left side, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. What a sensational punt return, 98 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 14-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
General West.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, let's go.
A toss play to Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Regular.
Throwing. Mayfield. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Wilson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Here we go.
Touch 50.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 13.
21-0 our score after 1. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
57 the mic. 57 the mic. Pistol.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Point it right.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Hey, alert 33.
57.
Move.
57. I'm coming.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Let's go, D. Check 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
14.
They go play action with Wilson. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Wilson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Touch 50.
He's coming.
40.
Again, Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run it.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. McManus's point after is good, and a route is on here in this 1st half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On 2nd down now, Mixon. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception,
Now Mayfield lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Mayfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 49.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day